Hey, what's up? In the last video we talked about laning phase, such as QW combo, backing off when your CDs are down, and even the Q extend. And I still want to talk about the Q in this video because there's a lot of stuff you need to know about it. This video is still related to the laning phase, as you will have to use these tips in lane, but it also works out of it. I'm pretty sure these tips are gonna help a lot of people. So yeah, let's just get started into the video.
They cannot go unpunished.
So the first thing I want to talk about is the bond plating. Most of you actually know that if you trade someone who has bond plating, you may actually end up losing the trade, even if you would normally win it without the bond plating. Because bond plating actually reduces like a lot of damage, and most of the time you want to use your Q to proc it, and then wait for your cooldowns to come back, and then take a trade. Because if you take a trade right away with the bond plating up, then you may actually just lose the trade. So you need to proc it first, and then wait for your cooldown so you can actually take a trade without the bond plating. In this clip you can see me just walking up using my Q to proc the bond plating and then backing off. That's what you need to do against most people that have bond plating. The next thing I want to talk about in this video is the way your Q works. So most people know that Riven's Q is a dash and she goes forward when she uses it. But something that most people don't know is that if you hover an enemy champion, monster or minion with your mouse and you press Q, then your Q is gonna go in this direction instead. It's gonna follow the enemy that you hover. So, for example, in this clip you can see that I am not facing the wall, but when I press my third Q, I jump over the wall because my mouse is actually over the Nashor, so my Q goes in this direction. But if I try to do the same, in this clip you can see that I try to do the same without having my mouse over the Nashor, then it doesn't work, because I actually have to hover an enemy with my mouse. If there's no enemy under your mouse, then it's not gonna work. So that means that sometimes when you take a standing trade, you can actually just hover the enemy you trade against with your mouse, because if they flash away, then your Q is still gonna follow them. But there's one thing though. When you hover your opponent in melee range, your Q won't go as far as it normally would. And that's because your enemy is already in melee range, so your Q basically just doesn't dash further away. So when you want to kill someone who's running away, it's better to not use this trick, so this way you actually dash further to close the gap. The first thing you want to know in this video is the fact that your Q can be used as a dash on the side in order to dodge abilities. So in this clip you can see me using that trick to dodge Hilary's Q ability. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is to right click on the left or right when you are walking and press Q at the same time. This way, your champion is gonna face the side and just dash in this direction. And you want to use this tip to actually juke, like predict and juke abilities. Like, for example, Hilary's Q or even Yasuo's Q. Sometimes you want to juke it with a dash on the side. There's just so many things that you can dodge with this trick. So now that we learned some stuff about the Q, we actually want to learn about the Q dance. And you might think, what the hell is the Q dance? That's something that's used a lot and you really need to learn it, because it's gonna be helpful in so many matchups and it's gonna save your life so many times that you don't want to skip that one. So Q dance is basically just trading versus your opponents by using your Q to damage them and dash behind them at the same time. You want to use it most of the time versus champions that have skillshots abilities. Like, for example, Mordekaiser has his Q that he lands forward. In this clip, you can see me using each of my Q to dash behind him. Because I know that at some point he's gonna land his Q. And I want to be consistently moving to potentially dodge it. In this one, for example, when I flash onto Darius, I Q behind him because I know that he's gonna try to pull me. So I dodge the hook and I finish him off. In this clip, for example, once I go for the all-in, I actually try to Q dance to prevent any skill shot from Hilary. Then a few seconds later, I actually use the Q dance to dodge the Tentacle W hit. Yeah, you just want to use it in just so many matchups. Like any matchups that have skill shot abilities, then you want to use your Q dance every time to predict their potential skill shot and dodge it. I haven't spoken about the fast Q combo yet, but I'm going to be talking about it in one of the next video. As for now, I think those are the most important things you guys need to know about the Q, and I hope you're going to be using it in your games. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Peace, boys!
Makes me feel alive. Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could